Hey guys, Chris here from Virtual Motorsport Mentor, and today we're going to take you through a detailed track preview guide for the GT4 Falken Tyre Challenge, which is one of the fixed series for iRacing. So we are in the Mercedes-AMG GT4 with the sprint fix setup on the car, and we're going to break down the track for you, hopefully give you some good braking markers, just general little bits of knowledge around the track, what we look at when we're braking, attacking the corners, that sort of stuff. And then we'll give you a lap at full speed with a lap time so you can sort of aim where the Oran Park layout, the Grand Prix circuit. So it's pretty old school circuit, lots of bumps, track's quite tight in a couple of spots, especially through the bridge section. So what we'll do is we'll cruise around. I'll show you some of my markers, and we'll go from there. Alright, so coming down into turn 1, you want to be as far to the right hand side as possible. Now this is going to get a little bit tricky, so just here you've got the pit wall and then the tyre bundles just a little bit further up. So you want to be braking on the pit wall on the outside of the circuit coming into turn 1. So you'll be 5th gear and you want to get the car, start braking here. As you turn in towards the corner, you'll have to slightly release the brake, otherwise the rear is going to step out on you. But then as soon as you get it squared up, nice big braking pressure again. But you'll get a lot of the braking done in the first part before you even turn the car at the corner. So you've got a good probably 60, 70 meters here to actually get the car start to turn and brake at the same time. But you can sort of get the car angled in, brake it heavy, then release the brake, let the car turn a little bit more because it's a two-part sort of corner, and then heavy braking back down to second gear. So what we'll do is we'll come through here. So you want to get as close to this curb as you can, and then let the car run all the way out to the outside. I sort of aim for that sign straight ahead, the town centre sign. And then once I get to the end of the curb on the outside, I start to turn the car at the corner in second gear. Get the car right down to the corner. You want to clip the apex probably about 3/4 of the way through the corner. If you clip it too early, you're going to sort of set yourself up to go wide on the exit. So you want to sort of delay your turn in for the corner and then carry the speed through. And then run it all the way out to the curb, up to third gear. And then you want to brake just before the start of this curb on the outside here. Stay in third and then back to second. And then as you get to the end of the curb, or just before the end of the curb, you want to turn the car at the corner, apex mid-corner, get the car to rotate completely, pick the throttle up and carry the speed right out to the outside curb. Alright, this one's a bit of a tricky one because there's a bump, or it's not a bump, it's a crest in the road on the exit of the road just to the right hand side here. There's a tyre bundle on the left. This is where I use my brake marker. I'm about a metre and a half before the tyre bundle. Get the car to slide down back to second gear again. When you hit the curb here, you want to sort of just miss it because you see how the car sort of the corner cambers in. So as you carry the speed through, you want to run the car nice and wide, use all that track. It's very easy to dip a tyre off here, so you've got to be super careful in the way you're doing it. And then carry the speed up the hill, back up to third gear as you're exiting the corner and driving up the hill. Stay in third through here. It's not really a brake, or it's a slight lift. You want to get the car to the curb just by the entrance, this little emergency road here on the inside, and then you'll be able to carry a lot of speed through on the throttle through the exit of the corner. Let the car run nice and wide. Now this one's the tricky one here. because you're going downhill, you're coming pretty quick. So you want to brake about 2.5 meters before this red and yellow curb just in front of us here, and then you want to get it turned in and then carry the momentum through the corner. You want to use all the curb on the inside to carry as much speed as possible. And then straight line the car across, use all this curb. Let the car run down the hill just before the curb on the outside. You want to just tap the brakes, stay in the gear you're in. It's usually a third gear sort of section. Use all the curb on the inside, let the car run nice and wide, and then just flat through here. So as you're coming up the hill, you should only need to like lift a little bit. If not, you should be able to take it flat. So the best way to sort of attack this corner is it's a really tricky corner. You can't see where the exit is of the corner. So as you come close to this curb and you see all the trees in the horizon, you see the first V closest to the right hand side. Forget about this tree on the far side by itself, but there's the cluster of 4 trees. You got that first V on the right hand side. You want to aim for that as you're driving over the hill. If you aim for that as you're driving over the hill, you're going to get very close to being able to get on the curb on this side without running it past, and then you'll be able to carry all the speed down the hill. You'll be 4th gear, and then you want to go back to 2nd. So stay nice and wide here, back to 2nd early. You want to turn at this corner quite early. You want to get to the apex about just as the sort of straight from the driver's seat with the blue wall ends and the white wall starts. Straight from there. And then angle the car at the 2nd freedom and then let the car run nice and wide. You should get to that wall by about the 4th freedom here on the wall. If you get that, you'll get a nice clear exit. You can use all this pit lane entry.
Look out for the pit speed limit.
As you're running down,
pit speed limit.
And then carry the speed across back onto the main straight. Be careful of that, but because obviously if you're racing in a race with pit stops, you can get caught out there definitely, especially because the pit entry cones are so close straight from the beginning. So what we'll do is we'll warm the tyres up and we'll take you for a lap.
What's your speed limit in the pits? What's your speed? Sector 1 is quick. Sector 2 time is good. Your last lap time was
there you go, guys. And that is the lap of Oran Park Grand Prix for the GT4 Falken Tyre series. Hope you guys learned something out of that, and we'll see you at the next one. Thanks.